Imagine if every thought you have shapes the way you see the world and even determines what you attract into your life. The truth is, your mind finds what you feed it. When you nourish it with positivity, focus, and purpose, you create a mindset that empowers you. But if you feed it with negativity, fear, or doubt, that's exactly what you'll encounter everywhere you go. As Buddha said, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. In this video, we'll explore 7 powerful lessons to help you consciously feed your mind for a life filled with peace, growth, and fulfillment. Lesson 1. Thoughts are the seeds of reality. In Buddhism, the power of thought is a central teaching. Our thoughts shape our actions, influence our speech, and direct our intentions. Consider the analogy of a garden. If we plant seeds of compassion, patience, and understanding, our lives will bear the fruits of these qualities. But if we plant seeds of anger, envy, and greed, suffering, anxiety, and restlessness will sprout. This understanding is why meditation and mindfulness are so crucial. By observing our thoughts without attachment, we can identify which seeds we're planting and make conscious choices to shift our thinking toward kindness, gratitude, and resilience. Each thought we allow to take root is a building block for the world we experience. This is why the Buddha stressed the importance of right thought as part of the Noble Eightfold Path. Feed your mind with positive, uplifting thoughts, and you'll find your inner and outer worlds transformed. Lesson 2. Choose your inputs carefully. The mind absorbs what it is surrounded by. This lesson relates to the Buddhist practice of guarding the sense doors, where we are mindful of what we allow into our consciousness through our senses, what we see, hear, read, and even the conversations we engage in. If we constantly expose ourselves to negative news, toxic conversations, or environments filled with gossip and drama, our minds become cluttered and distressed. Choose inputs that nourish the mind and lead it toward peace. For example, fill your environment with teachings of the Dharma, supportive friends, and positive influences. Take a moment each day to reflect on what you are allowing into your mind. Perhaps listen to a guided meditation, read a passage from a Buddhist text, or spend time in nature. These simple shifts can help build a mental space of peace and clarity, reflecting what you intentionally allow into it. Lesson 3. Turn off autopilot thinking. In Buddhism, mindless reactivity is seen as one of the greatest obstacles to inner peace. Many of us go through life on autopilot, reacting to situations and people without full awareness. This reactivity often stems from habitual thought patterns, sometimes shaped by past trauma, fears, or social conditioning, which dictate how we respond to the world. By constantly feeding these autopilot responses, we lose control over our mind's direction. Through mindfulness, we can become aware of these automatic patterns. When you find yourself reacting, pause and observe the thought behind the reaction. Is it anger, fear, jealousy? Acknowledge it without judgment and then consciously choose a new way to respond. Each time you interrupt autopilot thinking, you reclaim a bit of control over your mind. Over time, it becomes easier to respond from a place of peace and compassion, rather than ingrained habits, allowing your mind to reflect clarity rather than chaos. Lesson 4. Reframe challenges as opportunities. Buddhism teaches that suffering is an inevitable part of life, but it also teaches that suffering can be a profound teacher. When faced with challenges, we often instinctively resist, trying to avoid discomfort at all costs. However, these moments of difficulty often carry essential lessons about patience, resilience, and letting go. Consider how Buddhist monks embrace discomfort and challenge as ways to train the mind. A challenging experience becomes an opportunity to cultivate inner strength and learn non-attachment. By reframing suffering in this way, we free ourselves from the need to resist life's difficulties and instead accept them with an open heart. Each time we face a challenge, we can ask ourselves, what is this trying to teach me? Feeding your mind with this perspective builds resilience and transforms suffering into wisdom, allowing you to navigate life with greater equanimity. Lesson 5. Practice gratitude daily. In Buddhism, gratitude is more than just saying thank you or appreciating something nice. It's a powerful pathway to experiencing true joy and breaking free from endless wanting or craving. The Buddha taught that our minds are often preoccupied with desires for things we don't have. These desires keep us restless, always searching for happiness somewhere else. Gratitude changes that. By shifting our focus from what's missing in our lives to what's already present, we feel more fulfilled and content, as if our lives are already enough, just as they are. Practicing gratitude can be simple. Start each day by reflecting on a few things you're thankful for. It might be the warmth of sunlight, the comforting taste of a favorite drink, or a pleasant moment shared with a friend. Even small things, the softness of a blanket, the peacefulness of a quiet moment, or the beauty of a flower in bloom, can be part of your gratitude practice. The point is to pause and acknowledge these small blessings. Every time you express gratitude, you train your mind to notice the positive aspects of life. This habit is especially powerful during tough times, helping you see that even in challenges, there is still good around you. Over time, gratitude eases dissatisfaction and longing, creating a calmer and more peaceful inner environment and building a life filled with joy and contentment. Lesson 6. Visualize your goals as achieved. Visualization is a powerful tool in Buddhism, often used to cultivate qualities like compassion, patience, and mindfulness. This practice involves vividly imagining oneself embodying positive qualities or visualizing a peaceful state of mind, reinforcing these attributes in daily life. In Buddhist meditation, visualization is a form of mental training, helping us become more compassionate, focused, and resilient. By picturing our goals and ideal qualities as if they are already part of us, we train the mind to adopt and embrace them, making them more attainable. For example, if you want to become more patient or compassionate, sit in meditation and picture yourself acting with patience and kindness. See yourself responding calmly in challenging situations, smiling at others, and embodying compassion in every interaction. Visualize every detail, the sound of your voice, your expressions, and the feelings of peace in your heart. This is not mere daydreaming. It's a deep rewiring of the mind. Studies show that visualizing an action or quality activates the same areas in the brain as physically performing it, aligning with Buddhist teachings on bhavana, or mental cultivation. Each time you visualize embodying peace, compassion, or patience, you strengthen the mental pathways that make these behaviors more natural. Over time, these qualities feel like an integral part of who you are, making it easier to act in alignment with them. Visualization also applies to personal goals. If you aim for inner peace, visualize yourself moving through life's ups and downs with grace, staying centered and letting go of worries. This mental imagery allows your mind to experience peace, making it familiar and reachable, providing a mental anchor to return to in real-life situations. Lesson 7. Cultivate self-compassion. Self-compassion is key to personal growth, inner peace, and resilience. The Buddha taught that to follow the path to enlightenment, we must treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding we offer to others. Self-compassion means recognizing our shared humanity, accepting our struggles, and approaching ourselves with a gentle, forgiving attitude, especially in difficult times. This practice, known as metta or loving kindness, begins with ourselves and then expands outward, helping us support and understand others better. Many of us automatically criticize ourselves when we make mistakes. Harsh self-judgment leads to guilt, unworthiness, or frustration. Buddhism sees this as unhelpful and even harmful, as it creates suffering without growth. Self-compassion encourages us to treat ourselves with kindness and patience, recognizing mistakes as a natural part of being human. Instead of punishing ourselves, we learn from these moments and move forward with clarity. One way to develop self-compassion is through meta-meditation. Repeat phrases of kindness and goodwill, starting with yourself. May I be happy. May I be at peace. Over time, this reshapes inner dialogue, replacing harsh self-criticism with gentle, encouraging thoughts. Self-compassion also involves forgiving yourself for past mistakes and letting go of unrealistic expectations. Forgiveness frees the mind from guilt and shame, creating space for growth and self-acceptance. Recognizing that you are human and imperfect helps you move through life with a lighter heart. Understanding anatta, or non-self, reminds us that our identities are not fixed or defined by mistakes or achievements. We are ever-changing, capable of growth in every moment. Practicing self-compassion creates a ripple effect. When we treat ourselves kindly, we better extend that compassion to others, deepening relationships and strengthening our sense of connection. This mindset strengthens emotional resilience, freeing us from the need for external validation or fear of criticism. Self-compassion is a foundation for inner peace and spiritual growth, allowing us to navigate life with a steady, compassionate spirit. The mind reflects what it is nourished with. Every thought, experience, and influence shapes our inner world and ultimately our lives. By consciously filling our minds with positive, uplifting, and compassionate thoughts, we cultivate a life of peace and wisdom while inspiring those around us. Remember, every moment is an opportunity to decide what you feed your mind, so choose wisely. If these Buddhist principles resonate with you, like this video, share it, and subscribe for more insights. Start today and take the first step toward transforming your mind and life into a reflection of the peace, wisdom, and compassion you seek.